Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Skeleton Crew Episode 6, Zero Friends Again. This was a really good episode. This show just flows really smoothly. It's about 27 minutes and they feel like nothing. They just feel like you're involved in the story, you're watching, you care. If you care about these characters at this point, you really invested, which I am. I really think the kids are really fun to follow along with. Really feels like just a neat space adventure. So I think if by this time, if you're not on board with the show, I don't think you'll ever get on board, because I think last episode was one of the better ones, and this one really follows up with that. So really enjoyed this one. I think the music for this episode really sold a lot of the heart, the heartstrings pulling, and I think that's what this show is mainly about, right? It's about the heart, getting these kids home, and just having that adventure with some friends and going through all these perils and stuff. So yeah, really fun stuff, really cool stuff that we haven't seen in Star Wars, just like a few creatures and things, and these little concepts that I'm like, how has nobody ever brought this to the screen? I think the creative team behind this episode and the show overall, they have some leeway to like do some really crazy things because it's so removed from everything that we know in continuity. So I love it. So let's talk about what happened. We begin with the kids escaping after Jod kind of betrayed everyone, but KB is having some issues. Her augmentations are on the fritz, and she's not doing very well. Now, she's not very forthcoming about this, and that'll come back to kind of bite the kids in the butt later on. Meanwhile, Jod, aka Captain Silvo, is captured by the pirates, but some X-Wings arrive to try to help. Ultimately, though, he is taken to Captain Brutus. KB does have the coordinates. We do see that. And this is kind of where the kids they split up because they have different approaches. But interestingly enough, they go the opposite team. So normally KB is with Fern, but in this case, she disagrees on the approach. She wants to climb up this reef to go back to the ship, whereas Wim feels like they should follow these little trash crabs, which is a really fun concept. Like these little, it's almost like these mechanoid droid crabs that are there. But we do end up finding out that maybe that was not the best idea. Either way, fun to see the kids' dynamic kind of inverted, or at least a different batch of teams setting up. Brutus is holding a trial for Captain Silvo, in which he pretty much wants to throw him out of an airlock. Get him the old alien treatment, right? But Silva makes a case. I have I know how to get to Ad Adin. I have Republic Gold. Let's go get it and become rich. Which the pirates agree, but of course, if not, Brutus will definitely throw him out of an airlock. So that's the last we see of Jod for this episode, and this is kind of where the heart of the episode really is. KB, the reason she didn't want to climb up the the cliff is because physically is just not very doable for her at this moment, right? We find out that at some point she had an accident, and that's why she has the augmentations, which limits her to the scope of things that she can do. But she doesn't want to be forthcoming with this information to Fern, because she thinks that Fern, because she's so outgoing and she just believes that she can do so much, right? Like she thinks that she will stop being her friend, and it's really emotional. Her and Wim have a conversation about it. Wim helps her put pretty much do a little tinkering with her augmentations, and she's able to get back online. But yeah, it's pretty interesting to see, because I think we've all had some kind of inkling of like whether it's something we don't want to do or something that we can't do, but our friends are super into it or they just really want to go for it. And sometimes it's hard to tell your friends, like, maybe this is not something I want to do. This is not something I want to do or I can do, right? I have some other limitations because everybody's good at different things. So, yeah, this was a great episode for that. Finally, they all kind of realize their mistakes. They're able to get back on the ship after almost getting swallowed up by this gigantic trash compactor. But of course, they had set up in the previous episode that the ship had a whole demolition sequencer that should never be pushed, because what it does is it pretty much, if you remember in The Dark Knight, when the Batmobile is destroyed, the Bat Pod just kind of jumps out of the, like, all the things that are kind of left over from the ship. Very similar. It's almost as if the ship drops the outer layer, the outer husk, and now it's just a smaller ship that comes out from within. So that's kind of where the episode ends. Like I said, this one was quick, non-stop action, non-stop drama. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what's next. I'm very excited about how we're gonna wrap up the series. I think we're definitely getting close to the end game, and of course, I hope that the kids make it back to Ad where they belong. So, let me know what you thought about this one down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribes. This is my first Star Wars thing of 2025, which is really nice. That it was something that I enjoyed. So as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.